Hey guys, a brand new update is coming out for Vigor later on this week. And it's a really big one that includes gameplay changes, different game mechanics, some new things in your shelter, as well as some new things in the encounters. So let's go ahead and go over everything that we know so far about the 0.8 update as we keep getting closer and closer to the 1.0 full release. The patch is coming this Wednesday, March 13th. But let's go ahead and start off with what I talked about in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, I'll have an annotation in the top right portion of the screen right now. But basically they tease that there's going to be two new shelter items that we can interact with. One being the magazines in the living room area next to the couch. We don't exactly know what is going to happen when we interact with those magazines. And then the other thing is the tomato timer in the shooting range. And that's going to spawn some kind of shooting range challenge. It'll be interesting to see exactly what that is, but we'll just have to see when this patch comes out. But they sent out this image that goes over all the things included in this patch. So we got a new game event called the Comm Station. We have a player lobby system now. Gestures are going to be in the game. A new game event called Combination Lock. Boosters and crowns. And crowns are the in-game currency that you can use. And for the people that are founders who are actually playing Vigor right now, will get $40 worth of crowns. I don't know exactly how much that's going to be, but we should get that when this patch goes live. Like I said before, shooting range challenges are coming into the game. Different sniper features. And this includes holding your breath with scoped weapons, which is something that will reduce your sway when you're aiming down your sights. They also mentioned that we'll be getting some Founders Pack items, and more to come along the way as we get closer and closer to the full release. Some UI improvements, new sounds and music. They're reworking the loot and crafting system, so hopefully that doesn't mean we get a complete wipe of everything that we've looted so far and everything that we've crafted. Hopefully it just means that they're making some slight adjustments to it. And the Outlander gadget, the tomato timer. Unfortunately, we don't have official patch notes with this, so I can't go into detail about every single thing on this list, because I just don't know without actually going out and playing it on the 13th when it goes live. But let's dive into some of this in greater detail. So they shared some information with the partners, and I want to share that with you guys now regarding some of these details in the 0.8 patch. Like I said before, the Founders Pack items will be getting delivered to us slowly. One of the things that we'll be getting with this, with the new gesture system that's added to the game, is the dusting hands gesture, and I think we'll be getting those crowns that we'll be able to buy some items with. But let's talk about the new game mode, Combination Lock. A unique locked crate with better and rarer loot will spawn in the map somewhere, and to open it, the player must unlock the combination lock accordingly to the vibration and sound indicators within the game. This one sounds pretty cool. I don't think it's going to be as dangerous and as busy as the barred houses or the new comm station event that they're adding. Maybe this one doesn't give off an indicator to everyone that this combination lock is being opened. We'll just have to wait and see. But it sounds pretty cool, like a lock picking mechanic in some other games that you had. And when you open the lock, if you're able to, then you'll get some rare loot. Next one we'll talk about is the comm station event. This is an in-game event like the others. When you approach the comm station indicated on your map, you'll be able to change the landing zone of the airdrop, and you will get the exact location of where the airdrop is going to drop, not just the general area. Your opponents or the other people in the match will still see the area that the airdrop is going to drop, but you'll know that exact location. There's only one comm station on each encounter, and it's marked on the map, like I said, and the first person that interacts with the comm station will be able to select a new landing spot for the airdrop. And like I said, you'll get that exact location. Everybody else will just have that general area that you marked. But here's a catch. Anyone else that goes to the comm station and interacts with it will get that exact location of the airdrop as well. So this could cause some interesting fights going on later in the match. You can interact with the comm station up to 2 minutes before the airdrop usually launches. On the picture they say there's a comm station event, a combination lock event, and then radio signals detector event. And I wonder if maybe that radio signals detector was kind of a different wording of the comm station. We'll have to see. They mentioned that there were only 2 new events, so I have to imagine that the comm station and radio signals detector event are the same exact thing. But either way, those things seem pretty cool, and now there will be 4 different things going on in the match at any time. So you have the combination lock, the comm station, the airdrop itself, and then you have the barred houses, which you can actually go to, unlock a safe, and get some rare loot. So it kind of spreads things out, makes it a little bit easier for passive players to maybe get some of this rare loot, which I'm all for because I am a big coward in this game. I don't really go for fights as much as I do in a game like PUBG or something like that. I'm just trying to get out there and survive, and then if I have to defend myself, I will do so, but really I'm just looking for materials and, good loot that I can find in the open. One thing I want to talk about and kind of highlight here are the boosters. Now if we zoom in on the player lobby picture, we can actually see some of the boosters in action. You might not have seen it, but it's in the bottom left corner of the picture. So there's 3 boosters that are selected there, and I'm not exactly sure how this system is going to work. The first one says more loot, and you can see 220% down there, so I guess that means that you have 220% loot instead of 100. And I'm pretty sure that says 45 crowns at the very bottom. It's kind of hard to tell in the picture, but it seems that way. So another one here before I get into it, Better Crate is another booster that can be selected, and then Insurance is another booster. So maybe this means that if you die in a match, you don't lose your items. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just taking a wild guess. But it looks like those all can be bought with crowns. And what I don't necessarily like about that, if that's true, is this kind of it treads the line of pay to win. So if you can get more loot, a better crate, not lose your items, using crowns which you can purchase with real money, that concerns me a little bit just of the fairness and longevity of the game. I know that you can still play the game without interacting with people, without going out for fights, you know. You don't have to be aggressive and all that stuff. But if there's somebody that wants to sink just a ton of money into the game for whatever reason and increase their loot, increase everything here with crowns, then those people could have a pretty big advantage. They could have the better weapons, the more powerful ones, and they could just have a whole stockpile of them because they're willing to just throw some money at the game. And I don't necessarily like that. I know that, you know, a lot of games do this and a lot of players don't mind it, but I'm the kind of player that doesn't really get into microtransactions much at all. But with these crowns that we were given, I was kind of hoping it would be cosmetic only, or at least something that would benefit your character but not really give you an unfair advantage in the game. But we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, I don't have that much information on this as I'm talking to you right now, because like I said, I don't have official patch notes on the 0.8 update. But with that being said, we'll just have to wait and see. With a lot of this stuff, I'm just making my best guess that I possibly can with the information that I'm provided. But we'll just have to wait until the 13th, this Wednesday, to see for ourselves when the patch goes live. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm sure there's going to be some bug fixes and improvements to the game as well as some of these things. Let me know if any of these things get you excited to play the game, or if any of these things kind of worry you at all. I'm definitely interested to try out these new events and see what the update brings us on the 13th. Remember to like the video if you found it useful, and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish. I'll have some pretty cool news when the game does go live with the 1.0 release, maybe a little bit beforehand. As soon as I can share that information, I definitely will. But the end of March is not that far away, so we're getting pretty close to this thing going full release and being free to play for everyone on Xbox. You can follow me on Twitter and Discord, the links are in the description below. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.